takes a second for it to let me hit the button. Hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Now we're
Hello,
here
YouTube.
fully. Yay, everything's working. Cool beans. Beans?
Bananas?
Banana.
I like to eat. eat.
Anyways,
Apples and bananas.
Rika,
There it goes.
it looks like it's time.
Time for what?
Yep. Wait. Rika
Roll
is
with
the
it.
blonde.
Yeah, no, right.
Looks like it
Ha.
is.
Right, it's just about time for our Rika-chan to appear in the offertory dance.
That means to offer, right?
Yes.
I thought we were going to call officers.
What?
What?
Because officer.
No. Bad.
I'm being dumb.
Bad.
I am a little nervous. Oh God. Freaking neon.
Believe it.
Believe in yourself. All of your sweat will definitely amount to something, Rika-chan. Oh my
Neon
God.
slapped hard on Rika-chan's back.
Whoa.
That's right. You'll do fantastic, Rika. Wait. No. I changed her voice.
Oh yeah, you did. What did you change it to?
That's
I don't
right.
remember.
You'll do fantastic, Rika.
No! I will do my best.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
What is happening with you? Whoa.
I don't know.
Ball my hand into a fist and raise it into the air. We're rooting for you, Rika-chan. Go for it. Yay! Remember?
Gambate!
Go for it.
Gambate!
Yay!
Yay!
Go for it. Yay.
God damn it.
Rika-chan gave the best smile I'd ever seen, then pivoted on her heel and ran off.
Okay, we should get going too.
I don't know why I was just expecting Rika to come back as a corpse.
Oh God. I'm so nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's go cheer her on.
You mustn't. You must keep silent during the performance.
What is happening? What is happening?
I don't know.
Are we
I'll
starting to
be
go
very
French?
I rubbed a hand through her hair. She was worried about her good friend up to the ends.
Then we better hurry. All the good
Wink.
spots will be taken. Winky face. Come on. Come
Neon ran
on.
off, and everyone else followed a moment later. A large amount of people had already clustered into the tight space to watch the edifying dance.
Edifying? Why is it red? I don't like it.
It's lit by a bonfire, Jay.
I don't like it.
Edifying,
Wow.
enlightening, or uplifting so as to encourage intellectual or moral improvement.
This is a lot of people.
I don't
Look
know
at
why.
all these people.
I really like that delivery, Ron. That was a really funny delivery.
Turned around to look at everyone else, but nobody was there. Where did everyone
What?
go?
What?
I don't like this.
They probably got lost amongst all these people. Finally, I spotted the
music's
back
going
of
away.
Neon's head on the other side of the crowd.
It's Shion.
It definitely
thank God
doesn't
the
look
music's
like I
back.
can get over there.
I know, right? I hate that long fade.
I'm scared.
Well, we got separated. No biggie.
Gets a knife in his pancreas.
We can just meet back up when Rika-chan's dance is over.
I need that.
It's
I
fine to
gave
have
up
it.
on finding the others and wandered around, trying to look for a place where I'd be able to see better. It didn't take long for me to realize I'd have to settle for watching between the heads of the people in front of me, though.
At least you're tall.
Thump!
That's someone's head.
Once again, an even louder taiko drum resounded.
Uh-oh.
This one was to announce the beginning of the dance.
Stop getting serious, Ron. I don't like this.
I couldn't see very well, but it seemed like Richon had come on stage with the elders, who were in priestly garb. I heard low exhaltions of admiration and seniors rubbing their prayer beads in gratitude. Everyone's heads were in the way, and I couldn't see. It was extraordinarily frustrating. We should have cut playtime short and come here to get
Sorry.
good spots earlier.
Stop ruining the moment.
Sorry.
After Rikachan intoned the prayer, she took the festival hoe and walked to the pile of quilts stacked on the altar.
She threw that bitch on those quilts.
I'm so glad you made the joke.
That's
I was
right.
sneezing. The festival hoe.
The point of the ceremony was to purify bedding and hold a memorial service, wasn't it? Then the solemn offertory dance began. She had practiced using mochi, a pounding mallet. The awkwardly shaped festival hoe Rikachan held seemed really heavy. Back and forth, up and down. It was doubtlessly difficult to even lift in the air, but she sweated and waved, raised and dropped it again and again. She couldn't just deal with it and do it grudgingly. As the shrine maiden, she needed to retain the dignity and solemnity. I can't say that. present at the festival.
I cannot help you.
Yeah, I would get it wrong too.
Solemnity. There we
Solemnity?
go.
Solder it. You gotta solder it to the festival.
Shoulders
No!
now. Damn. Why am I cheering her on from a place I can barely see her? I'm her friend, so I should be right up in the best spot rooting for her.
Hey, Chan, over here.
Someone tugged lightly on the back of my shirt collar.
Why do I feel like she's gonna try to kiss him?
It was Shion.
Jeez.
She beckoned me outside the crowded ring of people.
Uh-oh.
She had a mischievous grin on her face, and I took it as her saying she knew a good place nobody else knew of.
Why are you
Then
so
don't
dumb?
go with her.
Why are you so dumb?
Shion, what's up?
I'm here to steal your soul. Shh.
Shh.
Just be quiet and come with me.
I will not. You haven't even
After
bought
she
me
told
dinner.
so, she ran in a big detour around the throng. Man, it's great to have someone who knows the layout of the land here at times like this.
She's about to lay someone's land.
Impressed though I was, I nearly lost sight of her right away. No more getting separated from me. I ran after her so that I wouldn't be left behind.
How slow are you walking, KG?
As I wondered in anticipation what kind of secret spot Shion had in mind, we left the crowd of people and went around the back of the shrine grounds.
This is how people get killed.
Straight up. Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
Yeah.
That's what this is turning into.
Hey, wait. Where are we going?
Ugh.
We're getting further and further away.
Shh. Just stay quiet and follow me. You'll understand soon.
Shion gave me a wink that reminded me of Neon as she said that.
Oh my god, is this Mion?
Oh.
No sign of people and not much moonlight. It was dark. We'd gotten pretty far away from the crowd of people on the shrine grounds. How are we supposed to see Rika-chan's dance from here?
Oh, you fucking idiot. What?
I see. There's some high spot around here, isn't there? Like a rooftop or somewhere we can look down at it, right?
What? Why do we have to climb onto the roof?
Well, how how else are we supposed to see her dance?
Do you really want to see Rika-chan's dance?
Chama.
Chama?
Yep.
Sorry.
Uh,
K-chan, could it be that your strike zone is really low?
That's not okay.
I don't think we're understanding each other here.
I can't believe you've done this.
Weren't you going to show me somewhere I could see Rika-chan's dance from easily?
Straight up stabs him.
What? Who made that promise?
Ah! What's going on?
Are you fucking kidding me, Keiichi?
Why me? Why do I always misunderstand Shion?
You're an idiot.
Is it my fault? Yes.
Yes.
Am I just reading the wrong things into it?
No.
Beautiful.
Yes? No?
Then why did you call me all the way out here?
Kisses him. Do it.
With an expression that indicated she wasn't fooling around, she pressed her index finger to my lips and said slowly and quietly,
This place is a dark, dead, empty spot. You can't see it from... Wait,
Yeah, no,
she can't...
that's
okay.
you. That's you.
You can't see it from the festival grounds. And now, a male and female the same age are all alone together?
Supposed to be whispers.
eh? Could this be the springtime of my youth?
Excellent.
She's not planning something crazy again, is she?
Yes.
Round of applause. Shh. Look, over there. See?
Shion whispered, pointing into the dark underbrush.
A dead body.
And there we saw 2 figures.
Oh.
One male, one female.
I'm just waiting for it. Hey, yo, they dead.
Hey, yo,
Or
they're
they're getting
talking.
on. What's that? Is
that?
Oh, sorry. We're right at the scene of the rendezvous, of course. See? Look closely. There you see her. Can you tell who they are? Sitting across the way.
I peered intently into the dark at Shion's suggestion. Oh, it's Tomatake-san and Takano-san. The 2 of them were clearly breathing quietly and glancing around to make sure no one knew they were there, as they crouched before the entrance to a wooden storehouse-like building. Wait, Shion. Could this be what you wanted to show me?
Hey, Chan. You can see Rika-chama's dance any year, but you won't ever get another chance like this, okay?
Oh my
What
god.
a pervert.
I had thought the Sonozaki sisters each had their own personalities, but at times like this, they seemed all too similar.
All right, bro. I need you to decide. Either they're different or they're not different. Like one or the other.
Yes.
I'm gonna go back.
No.
I'm gonna go back.
Don't call me for something like this again.
Good
Oh,
answer.
I'm so proud. Ah! If you move now, they'll see us.
Move and then leave.
Move out the way.
After our noisy argument, Takano-san suddenly turned around.
Grabbed him by the
God.
collar and then stabbed him in the neck.
Oh my. Who might that be?
Totally not the voice you had last time, but it's okay.
Did I do the deep voice for her?
I have no idea what you did, but it was not accented.
I know. I know. It's just I saw the oh my and it's just all I could hear was oh my. Yeah.
We held our breaths and tried to wait it out, but it seemed like Takano-san was now acutely aware of our presence. Shion and I exchanged glances, then gave up and climbed out from behind the bush.
Oh,
Nope, Shion.
well, hello there. The moon sure is beautiful tonight, isn't it?
You guys gonna smooch?
My. If it isn't
Hara.
Shion-chan and Meibara-kun. Good evening. Ah.
Oh my god.
Yes, the moon certainly is pretty.
Oh, here we go. That's you, Ron.
What's this? Keiichi-kun, you sure are smart, you know that. Having a secret date in a place like this.
You're assuming a lot of our poor little Keiichi.
Then I guess we accidentally interrupted something important. You're the ones who were meeting up secretly! Tomatake-san and Takano-san laughed at themselves, and it got on my nerves for some
Oh
reason.
no. Don't say it, Keiichi.
Wait,
my
so you two weren't having a little rendezvous then?
I think that's Keiichi asking them.
Ah, of course we aren't.
I'm talking
What a
to
lovely
myself.
voice you have. Though I don't dislike that kind of romance.
Takano, get on it. Ooh.
Hee hee.
Weakest hee I've ever heard.
Hold on a second.
Oh, what's going on? I don't know why the crickets are so fitting right now. Ron, are you here?
I am. That's her line though, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm just scared. All I hear is the crickets. It scared me. So how was your day?
I'd rather not speak of it on stream.
Well, I was just gonna make generic small talk. You didn't need to.
You expect
Okay,
me to lie
sorry.
to you? Of
Yes.
course not. Never.
You lie to me all the time.
No. I call you a bitch to your face. I don't lie to you.
Ha! Cassie? Uh-oh.
Unfortunately, this wasn't the location of a rendezvous either of you would want to see.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Uh-huh.
Sorry for not living up to your expectations.
Oh.
Are you
Fuck.
okay?
No.
Do you need a minute?
Give me 30 seconds. Hold on.
30 seconds is going to turn into a minute. Minute's going to turn into 2. 2 minutes is going to turn into an hour.
Just, you still here, Cassie?
Nope. She gone. This is making me nervous. Making me anxious is what it's doing. I want to know what's happening here. Why are they at this storehouse? Huh?
I said we're at the end, too. There's at most 2, 3 more chapters.
There's 7, 9 more achievements. And we've gotten 6 from the chapters we've gone through.
And we're on chapter what?
I think 6. I think this is chapter 6. Or no, this is chapter 7, I believe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be another achievement for going through all of the sides as well.
All the tips, so that's 1 minus. We get an achievement definitely for completing
I'm so
a
sorry.
chapter. It's okay.
If this wasn't a rendezvous, then what were you doing?
Matake.
Tomai Take-san, were you messing around with the padlock in the door just now?
Thank you.
No?
Thank you.
Love you, Rod.
After she said that, I looked at the two of them again, and I definitely saw it. They were crunched in front of a warehouse door, fiddling with a pretty heavy-looking padlock.
Oh, so we weren't seen. Wow.
Yes, we've been found out, huh? We were trying to break into the warehouse, but don't tell anyone, all right?
All right. There's a dead body in there.
Don't tell anyone. Are you thieves or something?
Yes.
No, it's aliens,
I
Jane.
demanded unthinkingly, just because of how absently Tomitake-san was grinning.
Nah, never. Thieves are people who steal things, right?
Can knowledge be stolen?
Yes. It's not like we were trying to take anything out of here. I see. Then why are you trying to unlock the door? I just imagine Shion being a
Which?
goblin with that face. Yeah. This is the forbidden storehouse for ritual tools.
God, Gobbo
Oh?
Shion is just too fitting too.
They say only the Furude family and a mere handful of others are allowed in.
Ooh.
Forbidden storehouse? I took a few steps back at that and looked at the entire warehouse. It certainly looked like one built removed from any signs of people, almost as if in secret. It was filthy, revealing how little it was ever opened. And it was built to be durable, giving it a strange, overpowering impression.
Do you think they would clean it?
You
Not
would
that
think.
frequently. Now that I looked at it more closely, it was certainly different than normal warehouses.
It was also small.
This place is disgusting. They're called ritual implements. Basically, this is a warehouse where they store such tools used in rituals. Well, more accurately, maybe it's a temple where the implements are enshrined. That ritual Hilrika is using for the offertory dance was inside here until today.
Damn, they store bitches in here?
All the bitches.
Oh no.
Oh, that made my heart drop.
Yeah.
Of course, if anyone but the Furude family enters, they bring impurity into it, so absolutely no one is allowed a single step inside. It's a sanctuary for the
Kingdom
Sandstorm.
Hearts?
Shouldn't we absolutely not be coming to a place like this then?
But don't you just want to know?
However,
I
Takano was
want to
giving a childlike
know.
expression, an innocent smile at best, and a terribly cruel grin at worst.
I told you I was researching Hinamizawa's folk tales and legends out of an interest in them, didn't I? A lot of the answers to questions I'm curious about are hidden away inside here. I've waited all this time until today for this chance.
I,
But I did not dress in the perfect sneaky outfit. This is
I,
very bright.
I also feel like she could have like just chose a different day in the year where no one is around. Like, I feel like
Well, no
everyone
one
is
is around.
around. No, but everyone
Well,
is at
no.
the main shrine right now, not like in the town itself. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't
Well,
they
Possible
exactly.
they'd have someone just here, like every once in a while, just walking around,
I mean,
like
yeah,
an
but not like
elder.
a full-time guard, you know? I don't know. I feel like you could have scoped this place out a lot better and chosen a
Well,
better
all
day.
I'm saying is, if there is a cult doing everything like they just said, there's probably someone around or nearby that could hear if a
True.
bolt was cut.
That's true.
Yeah, that is
They would
true.
need either the key or something else, yeah.
A chance. Everybody's eyes were fixed on the dance at the shrine grounds today. This was the ultimate blind spot.
Heh, heh. I see.
I'm waiting for her to pull out the key.
I didn't know you had lockpicking skills, Tomitake-san.
Stop it. I don't want to be doing this, okay?
I actually literally don't want to be here. This woman has me by the balls right now.
Literally, they're in her
Sorry for
purse.
taking you
Save
along
me.
with me.
Save
It's true, too, look.
me.
But this was all thanks to you, Jiro-san. I really am grateful.
Jeez. This is the only time. Understand, Takano-san?
I need my balls back now.
I don't want to be sneaking into places like this.
You're an adult. Hee hee. You really are a good person, Jiro-san.
God, this bitch is using him so hard. Oh
Tomitake-san
Oh,
undid the padlock and placed it to the side.
no.
It's open.
Thank you. At long last, I can
Takano-san
sneeze with all this dust.
Takano-san gulped with an unusually excited air about her. She gave the heavy door a shove. The sharp smell of mold and dust flowed out from the gap in the doors. I had claimed curses didn't exist, but in this situation, I couldn't believe in them. I forgot. Does this game ever offer you like a decision or no?
No,
Okay.
No, I
never decision.
wish. It's what when we first played this, it's what we thought it was going to do.
Yeah, but this is not, in fact,
It
a
did not.
game, and more like a visual, like
It
CD
is
set.
straight up
Novel.
just a book
Yep.
with
Yeah,
pictures.
in the purest sense, a visual novel.
Yep.
If we went into such a holy place with our shoes on, it feels like we could be punished somehow.
Let me get some mold on my socks.
Do
Delicious.
not take your shoes off. How about it? Your accomplices, too. You came all the way here, so why not come in and take the tour? Take a look in this book.
Oh
It'll be
no.
a little field trip to a reading rainbow of cultural artifacts that conceal the secret history of Hinamizawa. Smooth. And it's
Very
only
smooth.
open today. Hee hee.
We're not accomplices or anything.
But if you're not reporting them, you're abetting, which is pretty close.
Aren't you interested, though? Come on, let's take a peek.
I'm just expecting gore.
Shion said predictably, linking her arm with mine. But we definitely shouldn't be doing this. This is a holy warehouse, isn't it? You said ritual implements, right? I really feel like we shouldn't go in.
I'm a part of the Sonozaki family, so I have a good guess as to what we'll find in there. But I want you to see it too, Kei-chan.
Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
Yeah.
Yeah, really, though.
Yeah, that's what's about to happen.
You want to show something to me?
You talking to me?
I thought it was just a ploy, but Shion's eyes looked entirely serious. Of course, she was the sort who could lie with a straight face. If you didn't learn that by now, I'd be honestly
Right.
impressed
Mm-hmm.
at your level of incompetence. Of course, I was an average boy, too.
Oh no.
My curiosity was at least twice that of a normal person. That. How. What? I am an average boy. So my curiosity is.
Ah, I
Fucking
see what you're saying there. That's a contradiction. That's one of the juxtapositions.
sleeping forbidden treasures. Never to
I think it
leave
meant
this
like, but
warehouse.
my curiosity was at least.
Chances like this don't come around too often. If I had to choose, then I want to see.
I
Until
want
the
to be
locked door is
free.
open, though, I don't know about this.
You know,
If you're not interested, Kei-chan, then you can leave now.
now would be
Later,
the
bitch.
time.
Now would be the time. I think you'll wonder about it later, though. I will wonder about it later.
Tomatake-san spoke after listening to our discussion. Himself having sat down on the stairs to take a short rest.
Short rest from what?
I'll keep watch here. Go in and check it out with them. I'm not too interested. But it might be pretty interesting for a young guy like you, Keiichi-kun. He said,
Sure.
laughing mischievously. There's no ill will in his laughter.
Oh, I bet there wasn't.
Tomatake-san, do you know what's in here?
Oh yeah, this is my 8th time in here.
Kind of. Takano-san told me all about it.
Yeah, see? Uh-oh.
Sorry. I accidentally muted myself.
Good your
I know. I'm professional.
Very. It
Must be a pain to have to go along with your companion's unique hobbies, huh?
thought you muted yourself again.
No.
Yamataki-san didn't answer that, only responding with a pained smile.
My headphone disconnected. I
Takano-san
don't know
had
what's
this
going
kind of
on.
scary air about her, like she'd drop absolutely everything else or something she had an interest in and go straight for it, but Tomatake-san, on the other hand, seemed like the gold standard of what a normal person should be. Having him tell me so frankly to go check it out suddenly
Oof.
made the guilt feel lighter. Okay, but just a little. It's not interesting, I'm leaving.
This is getting me anxious, dude.
You got it.
Shihon gave me another Mion-like
This is
wink.
making me so nervous. I hate it.
I know. I'm just like, let's go inside. Go.
Yes.
And looks like we're decided. Shall we go inside?
Yes.
Jiro said, we'll leave this to you.
Come on.
Tomatake-san waved his hand to see us off.
It looks kind of normal.
The inside was pitch black, but Takano-san turned on the battery-powered lantern she'd brought out, revealing a pretty cramped front room.
Wait, I thought you were keeping watch.
Shut up.
What a
So dark
bad
in
watch
here.
guy.
Everyone
What
take
a
care
bad
not to trip
lookout.
over anything.
That's the word.
Okay, I guess they're just inside.
Yeah, literally, you can look into the building from the front door, Jay.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
guess, but still.
like,
I appreciate the concern. Okay, doorman, keep a good watch. We're
look,
shutting the door now.
I'm just high tension mode right now.
Sun
Oh, I
smiled spitefully as if leaving Tomotake's-san out of something fun and began to close the door.
Don't why?
know. Ugh.
Man, alright everyone, have fun.
I feel like Shion and fucking Keiichi are gonna get murdered.
There
I
was a
know.
low, heavy, and loud noise, and we were completely cut off from the outside world and covered in silent darkness. Takano-san's lantern was the only light we had.
Okay, so y'all did bring light. I
Yeah.
was kind of concerned that they didn't. And I was like, you fools! It'll be fine. It's an outdoor lantern with backup batteries inside. It won't go out or anything.
It immediately
I'm
goes out.
prepared. Yeah, that would be
Takano
amazing.
noticed my uneasy expression. I couldn't help but blush a little and avert my gaze. Deeper inside, there was a heavy and old but sturdy door with solemn decorations on it. It was the last door sealing away what was within.
Strange how it has an antechamber, even though it's just a warehouse, isn't it? I believe it's set up this way so that you open one door at a time, never letting the room with all the tools be seen from the outside.
Takano-san explained this, awfully impressed by the construction. But still, it's unnaturally dark in here. Huh? That over there, it's... I spotted a circuit breaker hanging from a clump of wiring clumsily attached to the wall.
Don't.
Oh, here, isn't this the
Oh.
light switch or something?
Don't.
No!
I flipped the biggest switch I can find, and with a click, the pitch black room was illuminated by an old, bare light bulb. Everyone crunched up their faces at the sudden strobe light brightness.
Yep.
Don't!
Too late.
Before she even
Ah, whoops,
Oh,
sorry.
finished, she unslapped my hand and flipped the switch back. There was another loud click, and the room returned to darkness, with only the lantern for illumination. Ow.
you can't, Kei-chan. You fucking idiot. We snuck in here, remember? If you turn on the light, it might give us away.
I'm scolded by Shion fairly harshly.
As you should be.
It looked like she was worried about whether someone had seen them from the momentary light.
It's all right. It was only for a moment.
But it was enough.
I know that's what I was
San
thinking.
remained a relaxed adult. It seemed like she was confident she could talk her way out of it if someone did see us.
Let's go in. Here we go. There.
The even heavier door opened, and this time it wasn't just the dust that came out with the air.
Uh-oh.
There was also a nasty smell. One smell was like opening a dust-filled cupboard in the back of a kitchen that had, and the other smell, the nasty one, was
Oh
hard to
no.
explain, but it was like the raw odor of a fish market.
Oh.
From how the sound echoed, this room felt far larger than the first. Takano-san held up her lantern and revealed the contents of the expansive room.
Whoa. That's probably you, but
At the back of the storehouse, right in front of us, was a Buddha-like holy object, standing there looking down at us.
I'm glad we can see it.
I'm so shocked at it.
I was taken aback by the unseen force lit up by the slender beam of the lantern.
I don't know why my brain was like Slender Man.
Oh.
Oh. That's the guardian god of Hinamizawa, Oyashiro-sama.
Wait, hold on. It was a Buddha-like holy object?
Yes. It's a statue depicting Oyashiro and a Buddha-like
Okay.
statue.
It's far grander than the one at the shrine.
Oyashiro-sama. So this is the spirit protecting Hinamizawa. Hey Shion, you got a marker? The one guarding the holy land of Hinamizawa from the impurities of the outside world, and the one delivering punishment after punishment upon those who attempted to sully the land with the dam construction. It looks like
It
No.
sorry.
that's you.
Yeah.
It looks like there are far more tools stored here than I thought, but this is so sad. None of them
Play
have been maintained.
Despacito!
How unfortunate that they're in such a state.
Even in the dim light, I could see a lot of strange objects lining the walls, ceiling, and shelves.
That one's just a corpse.
Takano-san, speaking as if in a trance, was infatuated by the various implements filling the dark room.
Ooh.
They weren't very festival-like or traditional, but instead it was more like the workshop of a blacksmith or carpenter. There were a lot of large wooden and metal tools packed in here. Putting it bluntly, it was all pretty boring stuff.
Yeah, bro, 420.
I'd imagined there would be more artistic things in here from the Heian period, but these are a far cry from being cultural artifacts.
You're
Buddha
cultural,
hands you a
man.
blunt.
Hell yeah, brother.
My expression betrayed my dashed hopes, and they got on right away.
Puff, puff, pass.
Oh. Is this not interesting for you?
Yeah, I'm kind of a kid, lady. I don't care.
I'm
I'm not into literature or art, so I can look at this stuff, but I don't really understand its value.
Foo-foo. Keiji-kun. You really do look like you don't get it. I guess it's only natural.
I just said I didn't get it.
I know.
Takano-san reached into a paper bag that she'd been holding the whole time, took out a worn scrapbook, and began to flip through it.
Then just
Isn't-
for you, Keiji-kun, I'll tell you an old story.
Can this wait until we leave, please?
Right? Like, get out of the creepy ass warehouse? It's a
Look
common
at you
tale in
now.
this region. If you go to the library, it would even be on their recommended reading list.
And just have us read it there.
Yeah. Where it's safe.
Telling stories in such a dark
Oh my god.
creepy place.
Did you really just
So
do
glad
this?
Keiichi's on the same page.
Did you really just do this so you could tell a ghost story in a dark place? God damn it, Takano.
She must have a horror story in mind.
What an asshole.
Shion's face belayed nothing but calm. If she had the same personality as Mion, she'd have found fault with me being scared. I'll endure it for now and pretend to be calm.
Okay. Oh, wait.
No, that's
Is
you.
that
That's
her?
you. That's
That
you,
is
yeah.
you.
All right. I'll read it.
After confirming that I was going to be quiet and listen, she began to speak softly, like a kindergarten teacher reading a picture book.
Great.
Oh, don't worry.
Did
Should be
anyone
good at this.
did anyone else hear a seagull in the background noise?
No.
No,
Are there seagulls outside my window? What the fuck is going on?
it's gonna rain. That's what that means. Long, long ago, in a certain village in the mountains, there was a swamp. This swamp was very, very deep. Some even called it bottomless. People said it was connected to hell, the land of demons. Ooh. I just
Spooky.
imagine her putting the lamp under her face.
Yep.
The rumors said that it was deeper than the ocean, and that anyone it swallowed would sink into the underworld, a bottomless swamp, like I just said. Its name was Onigafuji.
Nice.
Wait. Oh, wait. Okay, that's Keiichi.
Rod?
Wait, I
Oh.
thought back to the story I heard yesterday about the sacrifices sinking into a bottomless swamp. Could that be the swamp she's talking about?
So then the village. Oh, oops.
So then the village was Hinamizawa, right?
You catch on quickly. That's right. 10 points to Gryffindor. Though it was called Onagafuji Village at the time.
Oh my god. Keiichi would not be a Gryffindor. He would be a Slytherin through and through.
No, he'd be a
Do
fucking
not put
Hufflepuff.
me in the same house with him. He'd be a Hufflepuff.
Nah, dude.
Yeah. You're saying that because
Onagafuji
you're a
Village.
Hufflepuff.
No, I'm
That's
not. I'm actually
weird.
the. Wait,
His
is the Badger one?
Yeah.
I am a Hufflepuff then.
I'm a Slytherin.
I have no idea what I am, nor do I care.
It. Oh, wait.
Shion.
It evokes quite the image, doesn't it? I hear that the name was changed in the Meiji period.
The name of the swamp connected to hell was called Onikafuchi,
Holy
which means
fuck.
the demon's abyss.
Badass.
And the true name of this village, Hinamizawa,
Oh.
was Onikafuchi Village.
I'm gonna name my kids. I'm gonna give
The
my.
Demon's Abyss Village.
I'm gonna name my
Oh
kid
my
Onagafuchi.
God, you fucking weeb.
The villagers belong to that abyss, or to hell, in other words. They live their lives worshipping the swamp, said to connect to it. But then one day, at band camp, demons began to appear, one after the other, from deep in the swamp.
Is that supposed to be a demon? That weird tree?
Or it could be a tree. And this could be a picture of a swamp.
Is this me or Gassy?
Does
The villagers feared that hell was overflowing.
ooh.
The demons mercilessly
You could hit Onakafuchi, but mercilessly.
Hold on real quick.
Oh. I just want something to happen already.
Sorry. They could only watch in fear. They could do no more than hide themselves and tremble.
So, Did someone exterminate them?
Unfortunately, there's no Momotaro or Superman in this fairy tale.
Then did they get the whole village together to fight them?
Hi, Copy. It's Higurashi.
Hey, coffee!
Heavens
Sorry.
no, the villagers weren't nearly strong enough to fight on equal terms with the demons.
This is Higurashi. It's an older visual novel that's about a village that makes you go crazy.
Yes, this is the simplest way to put it.
Then
I
the only recourse would be to flee the village.
Why
They
not?
couldn't do that either.
What?
To the villagers, it was their beloved homeland.
Fucking dip.
I know, right? It didn't matter how terrifying the demons, they wouldn't have run away so easily.
What do you mean, nope?
Then what did they do? Wouldn't they just be
This is our
wiped out?
time playing the second one, but Jay and I played the first one. This is
Mhm.
Ron's first time playing it at all. Unable to fight and unable to run. All they could do was wait for the village to be destroyed. I'm an easy girl. I'm dipping. Then, when everyone had lost hope, their god, Oyashiro-sama, descended unto them.
And gave them his. Never mind. I'm not gonna finish that one.
Only
Shit.
child. I see. Oh wait, no. That's Rod.
I see. So Oyashiro-sama came down from the sky and beat up all the demons then.
Nah.
Dear God, no.
No.
You're such a boy, Kei-chan.
I am.
You always jump straight to using force to resolve things.
Yeah, I know.
I
What
do.
of it?
I'm not even good at it, but I do.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He got the shit kicked out of him.
Gion sighed, a little annoyed. Embarrassed, I held my tongue.
The thing about Oyashiro-sama, he wasn't a violent god who would beat them up, like you're saying.
He just kind of like.
He was a kind god, filled with love and benevolence.
What does that mean?
Poppy said, is she... Because I don't think Ron can see it. Is she calling you daddy? She likes it.
Oh, no.
The strength of Oyashiro-sama descended from the heavens couldn't be compared to that of the demons. They didn't even fight. They simply prostrated themselves?
Prostrated.
Prostrated? Before his radiant authority. Oyashiro-sama urged them to go back to hell from whence they came, but the demons wept and challenged him, saying they could never return. Crybabies. The world is the demons too, has harsh commandments. They claimed that they had been banished from hell.
So you got banished from hell, and then you start fucking up the first place you go to. Real smart, demons.
Well, Jay, if
job.
you go into a new area and you have no place to do anything, the first thing you do is claim land for yourself.
Yeah, but I mean, nah.
Yeah, but what? What's
I
your
feel like
argument?
that's the fastest way to get yourself murdered.
No, the
Yes.
fastest way would be to do nothing and starve.
Fucking move.
Also, yes.
And then
Do
do
you
what
think this
in
is
the other area?
cakey, or...
Find an empty area, hide, and then fucking hunt. I don't know. Me, I'm let
Demons
live. Oh, go ahead.
who didn't have a place to go, either in hell or the human world.
I don't know why I thought of heaven or hell. Let's rock!
Of course, they were at fault for attacking the village. They deeply reflected on it and were sorry.
As the villagers conversed amongst themselves, little by little, they came to pity the demons, and... After talking with everyone in the village, they decided to live alongside them.
Well, our current theory for why Malibu Barbie.
Good job, Jay.
I thought it was like a dig at Weeboo for some reason. She dragged us in here because she wanted to see what this warehouse was, and then decided to tell us a horror story in it. When we're
In the
not
dark.
supposed to be here.
The only thing lighting up the place is a tiny lantern. A lot of fairy tales have them being exterminated or driven away, but you don't often hear one where they live in peace. You're right. I'm a demon. Demons are supposed to symbolize all evils. A story where they decide to live together with humans is certainly strange.
Also, we are all weebs here?
Just you.
No.
When the demons first heard the villagers' invitation, they doubted their ears, but soon burst into tears of joy. The villagers had given them a place to live. It was said that in payment for this good deed, the demons shared their many kinds of power and secrets with the villagers.
Is that why they can get away with murder?
Oyashiro-sama was very pleased with this happy exchange. He gave the demons the bodies of humans so that they would be indistinguishable from the villagers. Oh god, he himself decided to stay on the surface and watch over the everlasting peace between them.
Oh my god, what if Sonazaki's one of the demon families?
A land in which man, demon, and god lived together. I had thought the word... that might be Keiichi.
No,
Land
that's
in
stuff.
which
Wait.
man,
Never mind,
demon,
never
The
mind,
god-
word demon...
No,
Wow.
it is Keiichi, sorry. My bad.
Shut up!
I'm sorry.
Live together. I thought the word demon was a noun meaning evil that needs to be exterminated.
Because I don't think Keiichi has a brain.
A
I'm
god
sorry.
may have mediated for them, but you don't often hear happy endings like that where both sides live in harmony. I see. I guess it is kind of interesting.
I thought this would be more scary. This is actually nice.
Although
Oh.
the normal fairy tale ends there, well, it was revised quite a bit during the Edo period into a much longer story.
Oh, okay, so the original fairy tale is that. Got it.
After that, the humans and, I don't know,
your
demons
quotes
intermixed.
end there.
True.
The
Okay.
humans and demons intermixed, and eventually there was no difference between them.
It just felt like she would be. So the demon, no, the Keiichi.
So the demons?
The Devons ended up disappearing.
Nope. Not at all. Half of them stayed just as they were. See, I feel like that's her saying it, Malibu Barbie.
Go for it.
Because the knowledge the villagers
Oh.
had received from demons basically made them into something inhuman, what people called transcendent. They were well aware the power they had was heresy? And
Heresy.
I was gonna say hearsay. I was like,
Fuck.
wait a minute.
Fucking the
My
rumors.
friend
The power they
uncle
got with
coworker
rumors.
Said
It
this,
is below.
and now I have magic.
Yep. I
Below worship them. They lived out their lives in secrecy.
got some hot goss recently, and that just gave me some fucking wizard powers.
This story is the root of all evil, of many derivative tales and pieces of fiction.
This store.
It's the foundation, I mean. The basis.
The basis. Sounds pretty based.
Drop
Get
the
it,
bass.
you carry a thesaurus. What do you mean by root? My god, Keiichi!
She means the part about the villagers having demon blood. What I mean is all of the legends from around here are based on the premise that the villagers are descended from demons.
Ooh. Scary.
There was a hint of amusement in Shion's face as she said that.
She's such a demon.
It was like she wanted to say that she, too, had demon blood in her. Is there any proof, though? Let's find out. Do you believe Black?
Pictures or it didn't happen.
Maybe it's somehow rooted in the historical fact beyond just fairy tales.
Oh, Mebara-kun. Then do you believe that demons really did come out of the swamp and breed with humans?
Well, It's not that I don't believe it, but lack of evidence.
I'm just waiting for him to get stabbed. I'm waiting for him for one of these sentences to end, and then he's just dead.
When she
Yes.
said demon, she meant ones from hell, but in ancient Japan, the world wasn't necessarily the word blah, 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 wasn't necessarily used to denote only that kind, right?
It is 100% reading. This is book with pictures. Coffee.
But it gets spooky eventually. I don't know about chapter 2.
It's supposed. I mean, this is a spooky place, but this is happening.
The more
Anybody?
well-known use involves the drifting foreigner theory. As the story goes, Westerners who were shipwrecked in nearby seas had such markedly different customs that they were called demons. Japanese people were relatively similar in appearance to other Asians, but everything about those from the West was different. Their physiques, faces, their skin color.
I know.
In Japan's terms like red demon and blue demon, evoke images especially of Westerners. Lacking in skin pigments, Westerners would sunburn easily and turn red. Being fair-skinned, I think blue blood vessels appearing on their skin would look blue, too.
Abadiba
Vivid.
Adai?
A handful of accidental aliens would drift into Japan and came under persecution, being called demons. They would flee into the mountains to survive, turn into bandit groups, and attack villages for food and the like. How does that explanation sound? Maybe it's a bit childish. Takano gave me a weird smile when, having come up with such an impromptu hypothesis, I unconsciously followed it up with self-deprecation.
Hypothesis.
But
Still, she didn't smile as if to make fun of me.
it's not ridiculous. There are a lot of people who subscribe to the drifting foreigner theory. Even so, nobody actually knows what happened. Were they groups of foreigners who had turned to banditry, or were they really demons who had come from the bottom of the world?
And, Takano-san, which one do you believe in?
Yes, hypothesis.
The truth of the matter aside, I'd rather believe the more fantastic explanation. It's more fun that way, isn't it?
Her answer made her sound a wee bit like a romanticist.
Now, can I get that again as a dwarf?
Her answer made her sound a wee bit like a romanticist. That's all you're getting.
Fucking Richard Nixon? Brr. uh,
Here I thought she'd reject unrealistic stories like that.
Now then, this is where I
stab.
stab you. The fun begins.
Stab, please.
Takano-san brought an end to her storytelling and waits for a moment as if to tantalize us.
Coffee says, was that a southerner?
No, it was just a weird voice I was doing. I have no idea. Suddenly Shion looked around, as if something had caught her eye.
A sword.
Her head bobbed to and fro, like she was making sure nothing had changed.
What?
What's wrong, Shion?
I'm sorry. Please don't worry about it.
Shion pretended as though nothing had happened. Takano-san also made sure nothing had happened, then cleared her throat and broached the next subject.
What? I explained that half of the villagers have demon blood.
Sonozaki.
That blood, they actually say that it's the blood of the kind of demon that eats people.
Fucking Shion's
That
gonna
was a weird
bite
sentence.
someone.
Man-eating demons. Well, that escalated quickly.
That blood still runs through the villagers' veins.
Oh.
They say
Oh.
that sometimes the blood awakens from its slumber.
Oh.
No, no, no.
I thought the fairy tale had a happy ending with the humans and demons living in peace. But it began to suddenly change into a brutal, bloody story.
I hate what this fucking
Well, they
fish.
eat people. A purple
Ugh.
people eat. One-eyed, one-horned. They say that every decade or so they can't help but want to feast on human flesh.
Wait, how
Nom
many
nom.
stories does this fucking village have?
The villagers can't eat other villagers.
They'd get sick if they did.
So when this happens, it's said they descended on the human villages and conducted onikakushi.
That was the name of the first game.
What's an
Oh.
onikakushi? Also, it's typically a village will have its like actual history, and then it will devolve through folklore and other things of that nature. While
And
people
hot
were
goss.
churning butter, or like
Wizardry.
making new clothes. There wasn't exactly an Instagram to pass by at the time in the old day, Jay.
Nope. Nope.
It was just
Nope.
making up stories.
Mm-hmm.
This coffee said, "Stop telling your meal a story."
Yeah, stop playing with your food.
Broadly speaking, it's when a demon kidnaps someone, when a person is demoned away. They say that the villagers of Onagafuchi would overwhelm unfortunate human villages in order to kidnap sacrifices. Ugh.
Takano-san's explanation was plain and simple, but when I imagined what it must have been like, it was terrifying.
But was it simple and clean?
No. They lose their human reason. The villagers turn into real demons en masse.
I'm just waiting for Shion to start seizuring and then bite into us.
They attack the villages they loathe and the dirty world of the masses below. And then they kill and eat their sacrifices.
God, these fucking tracks, man.
So they're no different from demons
I hate
after
it.
all.
It's so
I have such
fucking
anxiety
fire
right
at
now.
being
What
spoopy.
did Oyashiro-sama do? They should have dropped Sama there. Just saying. Wasn't he supposed to be staying in the village and watching over them?
Oh no, he was telling them to eat. You don't
He was giving them recipes.
Oyashiro-sama knew about it, of course. Onikakushi isn't indiscriminate. The villagers apparently never kidnapped anyone other than the sacrifices decided upon by their god.
Yep.
In the text, it's usually one or two people. Ugh.
Village inhabited by those both human and inhuman. It was like the heartwarming episode's colors had inverted, like negative film, revealing the painful and ugly truth.
So on the nights when they raided villages,
They
they
taste
would
the
feast on their
purest.
Coffee said virgins only.
That's why I said they taste the purest.
I know, but I was telling Ron.
They're so clean.
Have chat pulled up so you know.
Okay, well, you didn't say anything, and you usually don't, so I just wanted to be nice. But whatever, fuck me, I guess.
No.
They would feast on their kidnapped sacrifices, which is why the nights came to be known as Watanagashi.
Watanagashi? Tonight's
Tamagotchi?
festival was Watanagashi. I just couldn't reconcile the fun festival with the horrible tale Takano-san was telling me.
Ron, that was a really genuine gas. That was really good. That was really genuine.
Sorry, I'm talented.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Watanagashi, well, wasn't it?
Just take my compliments. God damn it.
Wasn't it about giving thanks to the futons we use over winter or something?
Yeah.
K-chan. Wata has another meaning. It means entrails.
Shion, who had been silent up until now, spoke.
Oh.
Entrails. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Wait a minute.
So, what they told Keiichi was that the things they sleep on, they are like, oh, donated to and thrown down the river as thanks for being useful throughout the year and the winter
Oh
in
yeah,
particular.
litter.
When you had joined in,
Hardcore.
but during this session as well, they mentioned how Rico was using a ceremonial hoe to beat up a bunch of quilts upon an altar.
Hmm.
Yes.
And that bitch was fat.
Like, fish guts? Wait, what?
There it is.
Like a jigsaw puzzle. The fun times I had today and Takano-san's grotesque tale clicked together in my mind.
Oh no.
With
Oh.
Tanagashi so gut-spilling,
I got
didn't think
so
any-
many
I
goosebumps.
didn't think saying that could ever feel so nauseating. Meanwhile, the whole festival really was
Oh.
just them sending down a bunch of blankets and then pulling up whatever fish happened to
It
be
would
caught
have.
in them.
Hmm.
Yes. It's as you imagine me, Barakun. Oh. Is it making a weird, like, static noise? Right
Yeah,
now.
there's this high pitched like beat
Yeah,
that happens
okay.
every once in a while. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was just me. Right now, the Wada Nagashi Festival might just be a somewhat early summer festival, occurring every June, but it used to be different. It used to be a ghastly, cannibalistic feast, held on the night the villagers had collected their unfortunate dinner. Ugh.
That can't be true. I had no real reason to say that, but I couldn't help it.
Yes, she is just sharpening knives in the corner.
I believe it. Mibara-kun, you said that Wada Nagashi is a ritual about purifying futons, right? How stupid are you? What do you think the futons, filled with cotton, with wata, represent?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Futons are futons.
They're usually filled with cheese.
My porno max.
What? Oh, hold
What,
on.
you've
Let's
never
backtrack
cut
a minute.
open
Jay,
your
what?
futons?
Cheese futons.
What?
Like cheese croutons?
Wait, isn't that a thing? Cheese futon? Futon?
No.
Or am I... What is it?
Yeah,
Where
I
the
don't
fuck
know
are
what
you
you're talking
getting
about.
cheese from? What?
The fucking... Don't they call the fucking thing that you dip into with cheese futon? Isn't that...
Fondue?
No!
Fondue, excuse me.
Jay!
Close but no cigar.
Oh, Jay. Buddy. They're beds. They're for sleeping in.
Dipping cheese.
What else could they possibly represent?
Cheese. Guys, I'm just hungry.
I was
Leave me
rattling
alone.
on, desperately attempting to deny the horrible festival that Takano-san was describing.
And desperately trying to deny Jay's stupidity.
That has long since been accepted.
Bruh,
Now,
indeed.
however, I found myself understanding all too well what she meant. Futons, stuffed with cotton.
And cheese.
If
And porn.
cotton represented entrails in both pronunciation and meaning, then entrail-filled futons would have to be humans.
Why don't you think back to the offertory dance Rika-chan performed? Do you know what she was doing up there? Dancing?
No, I don't. I didn't even watch the whole thing anyway. Thanks to somebody.
Gassy. Gassy?
How have you been, Jay?
Oh no. Don't do
Has your
that to
night
me.
been as excellent as always?
What do you mean, shush? Say
K-Chan, you're getting too worked up.
Xiang grabbed one of my ears, reminding me that this wasn't somewhere I should raise my voice. Even so, I still couldn't suppress this agitation I feel.
Rika-chan was carrying a festival hoe. You've probably realized it already, but that's not a hoe for plowing fields.
I'm not even
It's
for
a tool
5
for
minutes.
dissecting human bodies.
Oh.
What?
Not even for 5
There's a
minutes.
hoe for
I'll
that?
keep a straight face.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know, man. I'm still thinking about cheese.
I didn't see the dance all the way through, so I don't know what kind of performance Rika-chan was putting on after I had left.
Mm.
When I told this to Takano-san, she kindly explained Rika-chan's dance to
Special hoe.
me.
She cost a lot.
Yeah, no, she was really getting in there and scooping her out.
Really rattling around in there.
Mm-hmm. To summarize what she'd said, after what I'd seen, Rika-chan would pierce the futons with that hoe,
Dumb
cut
hoe.
them open, and pull out the cot inside. So, just to summarize, she'd beat the hoe, pierce the hoe, and then
Mhm.
pull out of the hoe.
Exactly. Well done.
Okay, just making sure we got that right.
Yep. That's 100% what happened up there on that fucking stage.
She'd cut the cotton out, one bit at a time, and set it afloat. That's the kind of ritual it was.
Broadly speaking, it was quite the bombastic. Mr. Bombastic
Really?
ceremony. We're gonna rip out the guts and throw them into a basin. Basin?
Bassin?
Drop the bass.
I mean, it is catch and release.
Aha.
And then the ritual was over. And Mr. Bombastic would go home. It's thought that afterwards, the villagers, each with a different role, dismantled the flesh piece by piece and feasted upon it.
Nom nom nom.
Hee hee.
Those hee-hees are so fucking weak and I'm starting to get pissed off at them.
Takano-san's strangely happy giggle, I felt for some reason violent displeasure.
What?
Rika-chan, every day during our lunch break, she'd take a rice-pounding mallet into the schoolyard, and she'd work so hard, sweating bullets, to practice for the offertory dance she had done today. All that effort, all that work, Takano-san disgraced it. Even though she worked so hard to practice for today.
I think you're getting fixated.
Takano-san, I think you should choose your words more carefully. Kei-chan's pretty naive, so please don't tease him so much.
I would know. I manipulated him a lot.
He's so malleable.
A moment before I opened my mouth to express exactly how displeased I was, Shion had stopped me. She must have been fully aware of how that story made me feel.
I'm sorry. I thought you'd like a story with that sort of shock value, since you are a boy.
Ino-san spoke without a hint of malice as she smiled gracefully.
After hearing all that, did you figure out what kind of stuff is in the storehouse, Kei-chan? See, look.
Shion pointed out one of the walls vaguely illuminated by the lantern's light. There it was. Mere moments ago, they hadn't held my interest. They were just boring-looking tools lined up on the shelves.
I don't even think that's shelves.
Ugh.
Oh.
All those uninteresting tools that I didn't understand how to use, they all suddenly took on a new meaning. And I couldn't help but let out a groan.
And then barfed all over the place.
At first, they looked like carpentry tools, like chisels or planes. However, when I thought back, I'd seen pictures of these sorts of tools before. Yeah, they came up in a Japanese history textbook. Yeah, on the page introducing the Kaitai Shinso, or the new text on anatomy. These sorts of things, they're printed realistically in the literature of Germany, capital of the medical country. These strangely shaped tools, they're for dissection. Everyone knows that in the Edo period, they would dissect the corpses of those who had been put to death in order to gain knowledge about the Western medical techniques.
God damn it, my stupid fucking brain. Okay, kids, now turn to dissection.
If you look under the left breast,
Oh my god.
illustrations of the dissection tools that they'd used at the time came up in textbook supplements. The things hung up on this wall all looked exactly the same as those.
If you want a scarier way of looking at it, think of them as cooking utensils. No.
Oh my fucking god, is it that hard to think that this shrine was dedicated to, a god who was graceful and benevolent, and that a fucking doctor worked here?
And maybe he got hungry once in a while. Why blame him? He's a god.
I mean, there would be a dead
What was
corpse
that
from time to
laugh?
time.
Smeagol.
Seriously, no. Realistically, looking at a story like this, it's more similar of just it was like roaming bandits, and a few of them had gotten injured, and the fucking doctor that the town always used killed some of the bandits. And then when he explained the situation between the two, they moved in, and fights between the two would occasionally break out. And oh no, they're eating each other as the
But that's
fucking
boring, Ron. Who cares?
yeah.
We're here to
No,
be
it's
Get your
spooked.
logic out of here.
like, come on, this
Good
is
night,
fucking
coffee.
just.
Thank you
This
for
is
joining us,
shade.
Coffee.
They're
We
only throwing
appreciate it.
shade. Takano-san holding the lamp goodbye, Coffee. The only light source in the room led us along the wall.
That was the most disinterested goodbye I've ever heard.
I'm sorry, I had to read it in the voice.
Yeah.
In the voice.
She had the only light, so I had to walk after her whether I liked it or not, or you could track my boy.
Right. Or just bump into stuff. Don't worry about it. You might get tetanus. Who cares? You'll be
Or
out of
just
there.
take the fucking light from her.
Or that. Look.
Oh.
Takano-san illuminated a coiled chain, which left a bigger impression than the other things we saw. The chain in itself was nothing unusual, but further along it were metal fetters that were like hinges, clearly meant for holding people.
Kei-chan. Look at that.
Shion tapped me on the shoulder and pointed to a
Oh.
restraining table that was clearly
God.
shaped like a person.
What?
My spine froze. My body felt like it was turning into a sherbet as it crawled up my back.
No.
On each of the joints, there were things like chains and iron balls attached. It was like the table was searching for its next sacrifice, ready to spread their arms wide and close them in.
It's probably a chopping block.
And she's just saying this with a smile.
I think you'd strap the sacrifice down to prep them for eating.
Words, chopping blocks, sent a jolt through my body. When I looked more closely, there were many dark slices carved into it, as
Oh.
though from a knife or a saw. They were the most clear-cut signs of usage you could ask for. It proved these tools weren't just for show. They were used for their original purpose. Do y'all want a medical explanation of what this table would have actually been for, aside from torture?
No.
Okay. If someone was strapped tightly onto this table, they probably wouldn't have been able to move even a muscle.
You know, now that I think about it, we stopped at the perfect time last time.
Yeah.
Their guts would be defenseless. You'd take one of those eerie cooking knives lined up over there, stab them with it. Then you'd slice open their belly and dissect them. I'd heard stories, but this is incredible. Oh, that was you.
It's okay.
Before coming in here, Shion had mentioned she had a good guess of what was inside, but it seems to have exceeded her imagination. She doesn't look worried, just confused.
But
like
wait,
mild
there's
shock.
more, right? How about it? More fascinating than a wax museum, isn't it?
Takano-san had this happy expression, like she was visiting a toy store for the first time.
Hmm.
I don't get it. This Mio Takano person has nerves of steel. No,
That's a demon.
she just gets off on this. That's it. That's all there is to it. Are
That's a demon.
these bizarre, grotesque objects that fascinating to her? I, for one, was not enjoying myself. 1 star on Yelp.
Horrible service. Who's Frank?
I am, bitch.
Yeah.
This was all too weird for me. Still, there was something even more horrifying in all this.
Whoops. Fuck.
That would be none other than Takano-san herself. Takano-san, holding the lantern, giving off such a thin beam of light. If she suddenly turned it off, then what would I do when, next moment, everything went totally dark? That's why I was... Takano-san had the old key of lights. Anyway, I was scared. At some point, she started holding onto my shirt sleeve.
You're cutting out? Or is it just me?
You are really soft, Ron.
Oh, that's intentional, but
No, like...
a little annoying to walk like that, but I didn't shake her off. Better?
Mm-hmm.
That minor sensation allowed me to feel the presence of an ally. Here and now.
You just sounded too far away.
Deal with it.
Fine.
Look, if you want, I can start recording my end for future streams on this.
It's totally fine.
No, you don't have to.
Before we had even walked halfway through the storehouse, the air I felt on my skin had changed completely. Those cruel tools lined up, all crammed together in this place. Some were horrible ones made to take away sacrifices freedom meant. Some were tools made to efficiently disassemble and prepare the bodies for consumption.
Oh my god.
Those were just the things I understood. There were plenty of other strange-looking objects that I couldn't even guess the purpose of. Now that I was here, I didn't have the slightest desire to hear the details about what sort of terrifying reasons they were meant to be used for. At the very least, they were all completely different from the sort of clean, simple killing function of a katana made for... I'm not getting into that. Tools to kill people were, obviously, constructed in such a way that they could kill people. That was the goal, and the person you used them on would obviously end up dead.
No
What a
shit,
stupid
Keiichi.
sentence. Tools
Did
to
you
kill
know that
people
people die when they're dead?
were
Yes.
made to kill people.
The kinds of tools here, however, were different. The tools that were here were for cutting people, for crushing them, for boiling them, cooking them,
Throw him in a stew.
and for grinding them, for boiling them, for mashing them, for putting them in a stew.
Yes.
They were tools of torture.
Holy shit,
I'm
bro.
gonna make a roast.
They weren't made to kill people.
Wait, aren't you supposed to like kill the meat when it's not excited, like so the meat doesn't taste tough? Like, isn't this bad for the meat?
What?
Yeah, if adrenaline goes through the system, it makes the meat tougher.
Well, then I don't think they'd hang pigs upside down.
I don't know. I'm trying to think
Because
about
I
it.
guarantee the
Look.
pigs are scared.
We can look into this later, but there's more to it than just that.
Okay.
They weren't made to kill people. People dying was just an incidental result. Actually, they might not even kill them. If the sacrifices could die during such a horrifying ritual process, that'd be nice, but they don't die. Even at the end, they remain in a state of hellish pain. Perhaps they were only being allowed to live. Only now, in this moment, did I fully realize just how terrifying and fearsome that difference was.
People, you see. Most of these wouldn't kill them if used properly.
What?
Akano-san, as if reading my mind, played a shocking smile.
Do you not, bitch?
Burning at the stake, the famous method of execution for witches, will kill the person immediately.
No.
When the body suffers extreme burns on the skin all over, the decomposition of the skin's chemical makeup produces poison-like symptoms and causes an immense shock to the victim.
No, I don't mean you, Ron. You're doing beautiful. I mean Takano.
Though I suppose it's still very cruel compared to the guillotine. You have to wait far longer for that to happen.
5 to 10 minutes. That is
Far
not at all
longer.
an instant kill. She described such horrors in a strangely medical way. She is a nurse. Shion immediately answered the question I had.
Hakano-san is a nurse.
This was described previously.
Thank you, game.
Yeah.
There's this. It would just be better if it just had a flashback to that conversation.
Yes.
No. Danganronpa it.
There's this saying that nothing can scare a doctor. I guess it's true.
Spiders. Oh, and also,
You're ugly.
there was a method of execution in ancient Rome where they would grill the person,
Oh, are we going to
What?
talk about the bull?
just like a barbecue. They would cover the person in wire netting and slowly cook them over a charcoal fire. Well, I will say, in all the fantastic stories I've heard about ancient Rome, this was left out.
Oh, yeah, no, do y'all know about the bull?
No, please
No.
don't explain it.
So they...
No, I
Yeah.
actually want to get through this.
To think the
Later.
memories of when I went to Hay Camp with my family come rushing back now, of all time, so vividly.
What?
That person we grilled. Oh, dear God.
That's what it was like. Apparently, they wouldn't die too easily for some reason. According to one source, even if they roasted one side of a person to a crisp for an entire night, they would still
What?
be conscious and able to speak fluently. No.
That's insane. You'd grill someone the whole day and they'd still be conscious?
You would burn the meat. What's wrong with you?
You the girls.
It said that ancient Rome, famous for their executions, thought of plenty of ways to execute someone while having the victim stay alive as long as possible.
Among them,
Among Us?
among us. There was one method where they would open the gut, pull out the intestines like sausages, pull them up with a winch, and put them on public display. Yeah, I know about that. Oh,
Shion was
Shion's gonna
behind
faint.
me, clinging to me. Not just because she was scared,
She was stared.
stared at.
She became stairs.
Step on her.
Ooh.
Happily. She was protecting her stomach.
Now, is that because you want to crush her head?
Maybe.
You would think someone with their intestines pulled out would die instantly, right?
No.
Actually, as long as you do it tenderly and thoroughly, it's apparently possible to pull them all out while the person's still conscious.
Felt a sick feeling in my stomach. It were like my organs were coiling up just from Takano-san's stare. See, this is why you don't discuss hobbies with people.
Mm-mm.
Though pulling them out with a winch was a rather exaggerated method. In a more barbaric way, they might slice open the gut, then cut the intestines out and throw them everywhere. It's quite imaginable that they
What
did
the
dreadful
fuck?
things like that too, isn't it?
What the fuck?
However, those being put to death are conscious. Oh, it must be far more terrifying than painful.
She spoke with pleasure, as if she had come here on a sightseeing trip. That's exactly what she did.
Mm-hmm.
I heard Shion gulping multiple times near my ears.
Perhaps Hinamazawa, or rather, Onigafuji village, did something like that for the Waranagashi festival. Listen, if you try hard, can't you hear it?
You fucking tryhards.
I wanted nothing more than to not hear anything at all.
Swear to God.
So why at only times like these do I begin to hear things that I shouldn't be able to?
Oh no, 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 no. Bells?
Yeah, I'm
Takano-san,
confused.
having realized she'd scared Shion and I enough at this point, smiled soothingly. Then she turned on her heel, raised the lantern, and began to walk again. If Takano-san left us here, we'd get even further away from the light.
This is the good track. Oh, this is the good track.
Shut up, Jay.
I love the
Shion and
cello.
I do too. It's beautiful, no matter how scared we were. We were forced to follow Takano-san along on her field trip through the ritual storehouse.
Just run that string between my ears, please.
You don't
Ooh,
want that.
piano. I suppose we've seen a bit of everything. See? This place is interesting, isn't it?
He says, raising the lantern high in the center of the storehouse. The dim lighting didn't change, but for some reason, it felt like I was able to see all of those horrible tools at once.
Kei-chan? Look up.
Shion stammered while grabbing the nape of my neck.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I couldn't tell because it was so dark, but there were a lot more tools hanging from the ceiling as well. They all looked like they were made of iron bars, but then I figured it out.
Oh.
Cages.
Oh, I just got
For
goosebumps.
cages, they were very, very small.
Oh my God.
Cramped cages, just for one. Like a casket. If you got locked up in there, no, you wouldn't get locked up inside it. It was another tool meant for restraining people, where the iron bars would squeeze you tightly. So many, big and large, things of all shapes were hanging down. Takano-san's mention of execution by grilling crosses my mind. We weren't just surrounded on all sides by these terrifying instruments. Things crowding the ceiling, or even hanging over our heads.
There are many of these sorts of bird cages among European torture devices. I'm surprised to see them in Japan as well.
Why are you so happy about this?
K-chan, is there something in there? A person? A mummy?
Where? Shion desperately
Oh.
pointed to one of the many human-sized bird cages hanging from the ceiling, but I couldn't tell which one she meant. Being that dark, there wasn't any way you could tell if something was there in the first place.
I don't see anything. You sure you're not seeing things?
It'd be in your best interest if you didn't see anything.
Oh.
Shion didn't seem convinced, but without a means to confirm ourselves, we couldn't do much but wonder.
Meibara-kun, after seeing this, have you come to believe in all of it? The countless terrible rituals passed down in Hinamizawa.
It's got nothing to do with believing in them. Now that I've been shown the real thing like this, there's no possible way to deny it.
Yo.
Even the nations of Europe, with all their beautiful landscapes and legends, were like a maelstrom during the terrible witch hunts in the Dark Ages. It's well known that the era gave birth to countless gruesome forms of torture and execution. Japan was the same way. Didn't it have its own era of hellscape-like torturous feasts because of religious suppression? Things of that nature? Hinamizawa itself had such a period. It had that much history behind it. Even in Europe, a land of the witch hunts, that was all far in the past. No more than a series of historical events, and in this age, nothing that abnormal would ever happen. That must apply to Hinamizawa as well.
God.
Just as Europe had its dark age, Hinamizawa had one too. That's how this should be taken. Even if these things all really happened in Hinamizawa, they're all long past. They don't have anything to do with the people living in Hinamizawa right now. Meibara-kun, you really do like this village.
Didn't sound like she was making fun of me. Takano-san gave me a light smile.
Hakano-san, you're researching whether those customs survived into the present. You are, right?
Shion
Oh.
suggested something that made my heart leap. Oh, damn, that's
Mhm.
Oh.
That's the worst version.
leap into my throat.
There's a lighter version.
Are you telling me that all these horrible things are still going on even today?
What I'm about to tell you is a secret, alright? I told you, Shion-chan, because you're an understanding person, but the other villagers don't want to hear it. If things go awry, I could be ganged up on and punished.
Shion flashed a devilish smile as if reveling in the immorality of it.
Yeah, I think Shion doesn't really like Hinamizawa.
Meibara-kun, you keep it a secret too, okay? If this gets out, I could suffer Oyashiro-sama's curse, or be made into a sacrifice. But isn't Oyashiro there?
And
If it's a
remember,
curse, then I wonder what kind of death it'll be this year.
remember,
To explain that to you, Gassi, Oyashiro is their guardian deity, and it was said not but 20 minutes ago that these sacrifices chosen were often done so by their god.
Yeah,
If it's
but she says, or be made into a sacrifice.
yeah, it
And
is
if she
one and the
doesn't want it to get out, if it's a secret, why are you in the warehouse, is what I meant.
same to
that
confirm things.
where they do
Now-
it. Well,
No, I meant Meibaru-kun, you keep it a secret too, okay? If this gets out. Oyashiro is a god.
Yeah,
Right
but
there. You're
the
in his house, is what I mean.
I get what you're saying. She's saying it in front of him, but really,
It
she
was a
doesn't.
joke.
Okay, got it. Never
Bad
mind then.
one.
All right, here we go. What's really important is that in the first game, Takano and Tomai Take-san were the ones to die. So they
Yeah.
got caught last time.
Oh, you're
And
right.
we're here with them this time around. Are we gonna die too?
Well, technically last time, I mean.
Hmm? What?
Well, I mean, in the last game, Kei-chan did, like,
Yes, but that was after the
die.
fact. That was after the fact. It wasn't because of the
True.
curse.
I thought it was because he's going because
It
of
happened like a week after, 2 weeks after. These two died like the night of.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. If it's a sacrifice, then will I be thrown into the Onigafuji swamp while still alive? It is tonight, you know. The night of Oyashiro-sama's curse.
Akano-san said, bringing her face right up close to ours, as if to say that she had the choice. She'd rather suffer the curse. That was what she seemed to be implying.
What was that?
Let me read and you'll find out.
Yeah,
She took
did it.
out a fairly worn notebook out of her paper bag and then began flipping through its pages.
Oh my god.
There were all sorts of references and newspaper clippings attached to them, and it had all manner of things written inside.
She was keeping up with him, with the deaths.
The letters were very small and bunched together, so I couldn't tell at a glance what it was about.
Yeah, they had brunch together.
French.
I
What I'd really
will
like to do
kill you.
is search through the National Library for newspapers from the era, but
But
here it is. Here we are.
where are we?
Photocopy of a page from some book was slid into the notebook, and it, too, was written in small, tight lettering. Like the other pages, I couldn't tell what it was about just by glancing at it.
This is a story all about how my life got turned upside
Fuck
down.
you.
That actually happened.
Hey, question.
Uh-huh.
How much longer are we going to go for the night?
Do you need to get going?
Oh,
Because I'm rather captured by this. I would like to go
Alright.
until the chapter end, but we'll see how much longer we go. I'd give it about till 11:30, another 40 minutes ish.
Maybe. We'll see.
Say
It
if
was
you need to
around the end
go.
of the Meiji era. I will.
Okay.
I'm so invested, but we'll see.
I know.
They discovered an unknown mangled corpse, the victim of a murder in Onigafuji village.
an old newspaper clipping attached to the page spoke of something that was no mere rumor or fairy tale.
We don't have most police documents from the time anymore, so it's all based on oral traditions and memories. See, it's not very clear, but it looks like a cutout of newspaper from the Meiji era. Never before has there been a corpse treated with such cruelty and inhumanity. Could it be the work of a demon?
Being a copy of a copy, it was very hard to make out, but it was more than enough to make me feel strangely tense.
Can we swap notes outside of the warehouse, please?
Right?
Near the end of the Meiji era, in old Onigafuji village, a mangled corpse was discovered. The identity of the corpse was unknown. It wasn't even in a state where it could be identified in the first place.
Fuck.
It was missing a head Each
Oh.
limb was separated from the body. Skin had been peeled off the entire body, and
What the fuck?
there were markings that implied terrible
Stop.
torture in every place imaginable.
Oh
Continue
no.
like that.
Not only that, but the belly had been cut open by a sharp knife with the entrails completely dragged out. Police immediately began an investigation, but since they couldn't even determine the identity of the victim, much less the criminal, finding answers was extremely difficult.
Do you understand what it must have been like?
I imagine such a strange sight, even if I tried. It's not that hard.
Yeah, same. I'm picturing it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, this was the first time I was ever thankful for my lack of imagination.
The victim was skinned while still alive, underwent all kinds of torture, and was killed brutally.
Why are you happy about this bitch?
The author here also thinks that even after death, the remains were divided and dissected even further, the epitome of inhumanity. I'm of the opinion that the entire process was performed while the person was still alive, though. What do you think, Mibara-kun?
Think that you're a sick fuck and you need to give me that light so I can leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
She spoke in a way intended to make me imagine even more vicious.
Alright, I'm about to dip.
As my brain was already far over capacity, however, there was no way I could imagine anything more brutal. Then, when I broke my gaze from Takano-san's, those strangely shaped weird tools were all around us. I wonder if you could faithfully reproduce the mutilated corpse discovered at the end of the Meiji era with the tools found in this place. I want to deny it. I don't want to admit that something so terrible could have happened at all. Even so, they were so strange, terrifying, these tools, and as if they had seen through my attempt to escape from them, they did nothing but ridicule me silently. So,
So, oh, sorry. I don't know why
that
I thought that was me.
creepy incident, what was it in the end?
The author says that, regarding Onagafuji Village's dreadful customs, they've survived into recent post Meiji days, and that perhaps they lasted until around the beginning of the Showa period.
What?
This corpse, which, at a glance, had been brutally killed after a period of torture. In actuality, however, it was the pitiful sacrificial remains of the man-eater's terrifying feast. The corpse was just leftovers. It was so fantastic, so strange that it didn't feel real. While this was an extension of the legend, was this an extension of the legends too? It happened in the Meiji era, though, which is just too recent to be called a legend. Also, there's a newspaper clipping right here suggesting it. Okay, but even if it really happened, it was a long time ago, right? I mean, the Meiji era ended 100 years ago.
That's all. Only 100 years ago. That was my thought. Besides, it kept happening even after the beginning of the Showa period, like with the uproar around the post-war canned flesh incident. Oh, I apologize. That story was taboo, wasn't it?
Kano-san immediately stopped talking as if she was worried about Shion. Shion briefly looked somewhat angry, but that expression soon disappeared. Huh? Takano-san, what did you just say? Canned flesh.
Uh-oh.
Just then, there was a huge creaking noise. Everyone whipped around to look. It was Tomitake-san who had opened the door slightly. Did I startle you?
Oh no.
Oh, Jiro-san, could you not resist seeing inside? This is a splendid treasure trove of torture devices.
I'll pass on that. I'm bad with this sort of thing by nature. Takano-san held her stomach and had to muffle her laughter as she wanted to make a comment about his masculinity. In any case, the dance and ceremony are over, and everyone's going down to the stream. The festival will be over within minutes.
Oh, that's no good. Maebara-kun is just such a good listener that I couldn't help telling stories.
In the place we're not supposed to be. Fucking bitch.
I'd
Ah.
really rather you not mention me in a place like this.
Jiro-san, could you wait out front? I want to take a few pictures.
What?
There are actually a lot of tools I'd like to bring home, but we obviously can't do that.
Takano-san took a camera out of her paper bag and began to snap photographs. She looked like she was having fun, like she was on a scavenger hunt. Keiichi-kun, are you leaving too? I've seen enough. Shion, you're good too, right? Let's get out of here. I want some fresh air.
I agree. Let's leave.
I did feel a bit of hesitation at leaving Takano-san by
Oh my
herself in
God.
this darkness, but the bitch earned it.
Oh my god, they're gonna die anyway.
When I thought about it, though, I realized that whatever kinds of evil spirits and ghosts lurked in the darkness, none of them could hold a candle to how scary she was. Even if a phantasm were to appear, she'd be overjoyed and flash her camera at it.
Oh
Flash
no,
it.
don't go back to the normal music.
Seemed like
Oh.
Shion shared my somewhat rude mental images. We exchanged glances and smiled painfully. We left Takano-san there, bathed in her strobe of camera flashes, and decided to go leave the ritual storehouse.
Well, that's a good place.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like it's about to end. That's why I'm like, oh, we're just gonna start another one. It's gonna end, but that's fine.
it'll be fine.
No, just we have a whole month. Everyone will forget.
we have
We have more than a month. What?
Like till the next time we play this.
Yeah, we
haven't played in a
we
while.
usually aim for monthly, not to overload you, but I feel like we're gonna play it a little bit more often now.
Yeah, now that it's finally speeding up a bit.
Mm-hmm. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. Quick shout out to Coffee for joining us and showing us some support. We'll be here
Good night.
soon. I don't know. This game
Yeah.
fucked me up tonight, man. Oh no.
Lovely evening, ladies.
I know.
Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night.
Bye.